Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video here on XRP. Your daily, most realistic analysis on XRP every morning, or at least I try to be, alright? I'll try to incorporate all the news, all the data we have and talk about the short-term, long-term implications of that. So that's what we're going to do this morning as well. And we have some news, all right? Some news that I want to talk about and some news that I wanted to focus on in this video. Now, yesterday I made a video talking about the best buy areas for XRP. If you're interested in that, those are still valid, all right? We did have some new data, or at least for me it's new data. I think I could have already known it yesterday morning, so my apologies for that, but it's still very relevant today. And it's very interesting whether this news is going to be bullish or bearish, because it could be both, and I'll tell you why. Now, the news that I'm talking about is this, all right, and that is that about 1 billion XRP has been unlocked from escrow at Ripple, all right. So basically, they've unlocked tokens, which initially people will say, well, that's of course that's bearish, right? Normally, token supply inflation is always bearish, right? Because the price of a coin is supply times demand. Right, and if the supply goes up and the demand does not increase, which at this point of time, why would the demand increase? Then the price has to come down, right? So the equation makes sense again. However, in this case, I think it's a little bit more nuanced. I mean, initially, I think a lot of traders and people are seeing this as bearish, and I think the same, or at least initially my reaction is the same. However, it could definitely spin out to be bullish, right? I mean, for example, the main idea is what's behind this cash, right? Why do they need this cash right now? It could just be normal business operations, even though I would say it's a lot of money for that. But I'm pretty sure that employees at Ripple and the staff do get paid quite a lot, but still a lot of money. So then the main question is well, can they actually put this money to good use, right? So for example, their acquisition of Hidden Road, I would say that's putting money to good use. That's actually providing utility and providing value for XRP and XRP Ledger. There's some rumors right now that they're preparing a major acquisition bid for Circle. Ripple acquiring Circle would be incredibly bullish, all right? Then they actually have some real revenue backing up the project, which at this point of time is quite limited. So that would be incredibly bullish, but if we do not see something like that, then ultimately this is going to be bearish, right? So the clock has started ticking. They now need to make moves, of course not today or tomorrow, but let's say in the next month or two, even though that would be quite quick as well. The acquisition world, etc., is very slow. But that's what we need to see right now, right? And on the short term for now, this remains bearish. Now, does that necessarily mean that I expect the price to drop down? That's a little bit more difficult, right? I mean, so far this morning, we've seen some more de-risking in the markets, as you can see. So therefore, in combination with this news, my bias on XRP is quite bearish as well. But then in the same breath, XRP has also been able to hold support incredibly well. We saw some shorts coming in over the course of yesterday for XRP, so that creates some liquidity to the top we can grab before dropping down. So short term, I do expect some more volatility. I expect some volatility from the markets as a whole as well. So that's what we'll see. Like I said, I do have a minor bearish bias. So even though short term, I think, especially during the market opening from Sunday to Monday, we can have a bit of a liquidity spike up, I think it's most likely that we will see some sort of continuation down into the support level right here, around 2.14, potentially into the main support at 2.08, where we have a huge liquidity zone, value area low, POC, and 30-day rolling VWAP. So those are my thoughts. Do I expect this move to happen over the next 24 hours? It's a possibility. I do not think it will happen, but it is something you should need to be you need to be prepared for, right? So I'll be back with more updates later today and tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you then, but for now I think that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching, take care, and bye.